veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. I've been driving this train, Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la. I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la. lanes, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la.
Yes, good people, big up to all of you. Welcome back to Chelsea Perspective. Welcome to another edition of the Blue Morning Show. It is still 3:41 a.m. Las Vegas time. But to all of you, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I wholeheartedly offer whatever suits your time zone. I do hope you're all doing well. We're getting closer and closer to 24,000 subscribers. And with your help, we can get there. Just make sure you drop a like on the video and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Already, we have 63 people following the show, but only 16 on YouTube. The rest on X. If you haven't, please take a second, like the video, whether on X. If you're on X, like the video, share the video, follow our X account to help us reach 5,000 followers as soon as possible. And on YouTube, be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We'd really appreciate that. So I'm going to say hello to those of you in the chat here. First person, Philip Smith, thinks it's going to end in 3-2 Chelsea. Okay, I think we'd concede up to 2 goals. It's possible. You never know. I don't think we've sorted out our defensive issues. Chelsea 2, Aston Villa 1, according to FC Nigeria 82563. What area? Enugu is 042 Lagos. I think 0-1, 1 or something like that. I can't quite remember. But nice to have you here. I do hope you're doing well, and thank you for finding the time to join us. And to be good. Big up to you, Tobeho. Nice to see you. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. And then we have Mabas 05. Big up, legendary Kachila. Thank you for joining. We appreciate you. I arrived on time now. Hopefully, Chelsea can get a win against Aston Villa, who are not doing well. Again, once you mention that they've not been doing well, I get concerned for reasons I've explained it before, if that makes sense. But I will get there in a bit. And Vic is here. We won when you do not arrive early. So is he gonna jinx it? But big up to you. Let's see. Big up to Bill. I've said hello to you. More likes, people. More likes. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We sincerely do appreciate your presence here. Handle is like tax number. All right. More score prediction for the Villa 3-1. Okay, to Chelsea according to Mabas. I've shared the link. In the wrong place. All right, give me 1 second here. I think that's not the first time I'm doing this. Give me 1 second. Let me correct this. Resident panelists. All right, I think that's it. The right place right now. All right, keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. Anything that's there to address. I don't. Yeah, blame it on Dante. The plan today is to first of all go news hunting. While we wait for the lineup to come out, we can play around a bit, address commentaries from pundits, but also if we see any news worth addressing, then we'll go ahead and do that. I hope no one time you out. Yes, you really did annoy me yesterday with what you said, but I just felt like let me find a way to give you a slight warning. I think, I take jokes, but you Don't mention my wife, my kid, or my family in such jokes, especially if you're using dirty words like he used that yesterday. I wasn't happy. Let me just make it clear to you. But I've moved on. If I was really angry, I don't think you'd be able to get back in here again. But that's by the way. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. Let's move on. Get to hunting. And if you have any questions, drop it in the chat. If I can, I will address it. If not, I will let you know. Okay. Usually, what I do is usually what I do is if I don't have the answer to your question, I pretend I don't see it. I'm kidding anyway. I will always try my best to address your question. Tobago is here. Coach Wandem, good afternoon. Gungbe Chinagoram, thank you, Wande Dalo. I appreciate you saying hello to me. Yeah, in our language. I really do appreciate that. No worries. I understand. So that's why I wanted to do it in a way that you'd learn something from it and we move on. I don't dwell on issues that much. I move on as quickly as I can. Yeah, and that's why I am where I am today. I don't dwell on the past in the past, if that makes sense. Okay. Anything else to address here? We'll start addressing the items we have here. The first item, of course, we always go news hunting on Vincent's X feed as usual. So anything new here, we've seen that. I think I've seen that. Vincent's opinion here. Okay, the first one is Vincent's opinion. We don't need it. What's stopping this from beating Aston Villa by 3 goals to nothing? A 3-2-4-1 formation. Yeah, which we usually see again application and not really the starting structure like we've learned to call it. Nkunku is ready for Aston Villa. I don't know whether to see this as a sign that he starts today. I'm not sure that's going to be the case. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine, really. I taking out the what I think is you could say um an action you could say that measures what I believe you did, but I've moved on. But I'm not that sort of person. I've moved on. Philip Smith is saying good morning to you, coach. I said 3-2 because I have serious concerns about the defensive side of our team. Attacking is not a problem. Yeah, defense has always been an issue. But I think we've improved significantly and we can actually be better whenever we have the pairing of Moises Caicedo and Romeo Lavia on the pitch as the parent, 2-6 pairing, we do better defensively. But we lack offensively whenever the manager chooses to start two more traditional sixes. If that two players that apply themselves like traditional sixes, we suffer offensively. But that's by the way, Nkunku on IG. I don't know whether to interpret this as again to being that yeah, that's a sign that he starts because usually players they do know whether they start the game in advance, like a day before or so. Um, yeah, but Tabeho, let's say you. What do you make of this post from Christopher Nkunku? Does that mean he starts? Do you interpret that as being that yeah he's going to start today? But let's hear you and big up, and you're looking forward to the game.
Big up, bro. Big up, bro. I hope you're good. To be honest, I don't think Gungo will start today, especially after that awful performance by him. I know he's got a goal, but he was so bad, bro. So I don't think we'll start this game, but we'll never know. This is football. Maybe Enzo Maresca want to surprise Aston Villa. So let's see what will happen. But personally, I don't think he'll start.
How do you interpret? How would you interpret his body language? In the last few games he's played, for me, he does. I mean, he did come across as disinterested. It could just be me overthinking the situation because yeah, I'm aware that he's not happy that he's not playing as often as he would have loved and all of that. But I'd still say he doesn't. He comes across as you could say you could sense that he's not happy disinterested. Feels like he's playing is bigger than the competition, the Conference League, and all that. But let me get your thoughts. What do you make of his body language, or is it just me reading too much into the situation?
Yeah, I think you're reading too much. I think, man, to be honest, like I said, he's not playing well. He was good before. I don't know what happened to him. So hopefully, we don't see any kind of news that he wants to leave, because I remember they asked Enzo Maresca. He said he spoke with him a few days ago, and Kunku didn't tell him that he wants to leave. So hopefully he stays, because we need quality players like him. But again, in football, if he's not happy, we can sell him and get another player. Why not? This is football. We can't keep all the players happy.
Yeah, yeah, we can't keep them all happy. It's simple as that, and they all cannot play at the same time. And as Chelsea, we're a big club. We have every right to have as many good players as we want to, and if you cannot compete, you be gone. And I like the pattern that I've you can say observed from the way the new owners operate. If they sense it that you're not settled, they will look to sell you, and no, they're not going to look back again. So thank you for that. I appreciate you. Let's continue news hunting here while we wait for the lineup to come out. So these are the clubs that will play in the again. Yep, Club World Cup. I think I'm correct here. Yep. Yeah, I think that's it. Uh, what the group stage draw? What day? Do you know the
Fifth,
day?
fifth, fifth of December.
Oh, 5th of December. That's in 4 days actually. And just quickly, as the show progresses, if you're celebrating your birthday today, or if you have a sibling or co-worker who is celebrating their birthdays today, let us know so we can celebrate with you. This is Vince's opinion. I don't want to read his opinion, but here he has something. Jadon Sancho saying, "For me, ever since I was growing up, Chelsea just seemed to be like a family with a winning culture. I'm guessing a family, a winning culture. There's a comma there. Let's pay attention to the punctuation. We all know he's a Chelsea kid and he loves Chelsea, and yeah." Let's see. Kevin Ezanwa Dalwan. Hi, greetings everyone. Greetings to you too. I do hope you're doing well. What's your position in football? In my position, I was a goalkeeper, but I like playing 6, 10, multiple positions. But I hate being a defender at the time. Yeah,
Yeah.
but but I never played. I never played professionally. Robert
Yeah.
Sanchez. Go ahead. Were you saying something?
I used to play as a striker during my high school, and they used to call me driver because I used to
Mm,
do this.
I hated doing being a defender. I don't like it. Yeah, I was a lazy footballer in my day when I still played. Yeah, actively like in high school and a bit in a university level. All right. We tried to push each other. Okay, that's Robert Sanchez talking about the goalkeepers. Robert Sanchez, the group. Yep, in Kyle again, square braces. Goalkeepers is amazing. We get along really well and are planning a Christmas dinner between us in London. Okay, I don't care what you guys do there. I think uh, um, Jorgensen will eventually become Chelsea's number one. Your relationship, yeah, good for us. We like to see that. Robert Sanchez is on competing with Jorgensen. We have a lot of games this season, and it's like the manager says, we've got two top up players in each position. So it's about rotating and performing. We want to compete for trophies. To do that, we'll all have to be ready. Good mindset. I got to give it to him. Good mindset. And if I read anything, if you want to contribute to, please do let me know. What else do we have here? Still Jadon Sancho. A lot of comments from him, but there's no news. But if you are in the comment section, if you have any questions, drop it there, and we will try to address it while we wait for the official lineup to come out. I think we've addressed that. Do we have it in? Okay, we do have it in two places because yeah, the other one was a quote. Levi Cowell, there's no denying that Villa will be a tough test for us this weekend, but we are looking at it as a good opportunity to put on a show for the fans and record a good win. We can beat them, but I still I believe I'm a believer um, in the still maybe in the existence of Charity FC. as I said the other day during the match preview show, if anything, Charity FC not in good health. I hope you get that. Because signs are, yeah, it looks like the manager he's inculcated the mindset that can help the players overcome Charity FC. They go into every game with respect, with the feeling that if they don't put in the work, they're not going to win. If they disrespect the team, that we're going to lose. So I like that. But still, I believe the charity FC is well and truly in existence, and I'm always concerned when I see fans saying we're going to mop the Stamford Bridge carpet with the opposition. This here reads I like that. I like passes too. And on the carpet, that's my thing. Happy 32nd birthday to the former Chelsea midfielder Marco Van Ginkel, who was never given a proper chance at Chelsea. I think he was given a chance. He wasn't lucky himself. He was sent out on loan, but on loan he was almost always injured. Correct me if I'm wrong. That didn't help either. So happy birthday to him. Let's see if we can go to that window. While we switch windows to wish Marco Van Hinkel happy birthday. He represented Chelsea, and I think he did play one. How many Premier League games on that US Marine had? Correct me if I'm wrong. Um, but I liked him actually, but injuries didn't help. I think is he still playing? I can't quite remember. But happy birthday to him. Let's do the thing. But I didn't want to do this for players. I only want to do this for community members, their friends and family members, siblings. Maybe I'm not sure. But we have 101 people watching, only 17 on YouTube. The rest on X. If you're following the show on X, do us a favor, drop a like on the video, and also do follow our X account to help us reach 5,000 followers. Would really appreciate that. And on YouTube, kindly drop a like on the video and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Also, Marco Van Hinkel, give me a second here. Dutch player. Mourinho liked him because yeah, he as a DM also he can play as a box-to-box midfielder and can fulfill the DM role effectively. He was a good player, a talent at the time, but didn't quite make it to the level a lot of people know he was capable of. So let's do this. Give me 1 second here. Let me fix this quickly. Overlay animations. So Marco Van Ginkel, happy birthday to you. There you go. This for him. All right, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along with. Let's get some comments before we go back to the presentation window. And we have who here? Where did we stop? We're here. Okay, Mabasto 5. And a big up Rich Money Makers. Nice to see you, Rich Money Makers. I do hope you're doing well. He says, big up the legend just added you to my personal group of Chelsea Coolest. They are discussing changes today. Okay. But will this be a lot of pressure on our young goalkeepers going into big games? Like, okay, I'm not sure. If you understand that question, you can go ahead and address it. My bro Jay is here. I was called Michi Batuaye in my high school. That's a good. Michi is actually a good player. I just don't know why things didn't quite work for him in the Premier League, even when he went out on loan. Was it the Crystal Palace? But he was a Michi. He's a poacher type of number nine, and he has a lot more to his game. He's not just that sort of number nine that's clumsy. He has good touch. He can dribble very well. Something that we the fans cannot see as outsiders. The managers see the players day in day out on the training pitch and know them better. Mitchell seemed to struggle, irrespective of what manager he plays under. Something maybe communication or something. I'm not sure what to make of it really. But yeah, I liked him as a player really. But good to know. Maybe that's what we're gonna start calling you. Chelsea win today and we go second in the league. I think we can. We have good enough players to beat Aston Villa. But will we? That's the question for the players and the manager to answer today. Still recovering. Okay, get better, bro. Much love to you, and thank you for letting us updating us. Van Ginkel would have been the Dutch Frank Lampard if it wasn't for injuries and if he was given a proper chance and if he had the right guidance. Yeah, but he was unlucky. Okay, right now let's keep the topics in line. If you have a question, except if you have a question, then drop it in the chat and we will address it. And you have every right to have a good conversation with a community member. That's your right. Yeah, let's see what else we have here. It's your daughter's birthday today. Can you tell us your daughter's name if you don't mind? Just first name or you can abbreviate it. Let's hear you so we can, yeah, wish her a proper, say happy birthday to your daughter. What's her name? Philip Smith, I'll wait for you. Just tell me your daughter's name, then we can go ahead. Big up to you too, Mike. Nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. I mean, why would you laugh at Mitch's name every time? Respect the Batman. I respect him. You know that. Let's say Marco Van Ginkel is still without a club since July. Yeah, the injury wouldn't help. I used to play football. I was known as the Golden Boy after Kerry Dixon, who was Chelsea's top scorer. Wow, that's strong. That's strong. But thank you for telling us. We appreciate that. Let's see what else we have here. Let's see. Can I please put up my YouTube? Yeah. Go ahead. You don't need to ask, Johnny. We need to go support you and help you grow. You're a community member here. You don't need to ask. My daughter's name is that. How'd you pronounce that? Is it Louise? I think Louise. Luis. Yep, I think it's pronounced Louise. And here's the link to Johnny's YouTube channel. Go support him. Let's help him get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. He's Chelsea through and through and goes around supporting all Chelsea YouTube channels. Let's do the same for Johnny. He shared the link to his YouTube channel. Let's go and support. Support him. It's sad that Nichi Batshuayi didn't work out at Chelsea. Maybe he had attitude. I don't think the issue was attitude. He trains hard. If he didn't train well at the time, I think we'd hear that from Antonio Conte because he doesn't beat about the push. In my opinion, I think it was something else. Some players aren't good at, you could say, implementing the manager's tactical instructions when on the pitch, and that can lead to you not playing that much. But if you're able to do that, even if you're not that good, you get a chance to play because at least you do what the manager wants you to do. Came so nice to see you. I appreciate you finding the time to join. We're guessing, Dante guessed the last time that your absence probably means you found a girlfriend. If that's the case, congratulations to you, my friend. All right, we're going to go celebrate Louise's birthday. That's Philip Smith's daughter. And Philip Smith, thank you for telling us. Let's celebrate with you. Louise, if you're watching, your daddy, Philip Smith, he's told us it's your birthday today, and we're celebrating with you. So happy birthday to you, Louis. All right, Louise, happy birthday to you. We're celebrating with you because your dad, Philip Smith, told us, yeah, that today is your birthday. Congratulations. Today you became a year a year smarter. One more. Yep, if you were 24, you're 25 now and smarter than you were when you were 24. We don't want to know how old you are, but congratulations to you. You've made it to another year. Thank you. Anything else here? We're going to need something. We have Bobby in the house. We've read all this. Kimsa says no. Okay. And Johnny says it's going to be Chelsea 4, Aston Villa 0. I hope to see that. Vic says, happy birthday, Louis. Yep, we celebrate you because your dad told us. And Johnny also says, happy birthday. Mabas says, happy birthday, Louis. Enjoy yourself. And if you do drink responsibly. Thank you so much. If you party responsibly, Louis. Thank you for telling us, Philip Smith. So we move on. Levi Cowell, that's some comment there. And Levi Cowell also. Bobby, if you want to come in anytime, go ahead. Which just you can say of finding a way to make good use of our time by going news hunting. So if you want to talk about anything, you go ahead. Levi Cowell, the manager, has been brilliant. He's coming, he's instilled a lot of confidence into the group, and you can see that. You can see that from how he's set us up, where we are going into games full of confidence and expecting to dominate possession, and you can see that and it's not just about it's it's not it's not just about dominating possession. I don't think it's like if we don't dominate possession, we're not going to win. We're good at also soaking up the pressure. If you come at us, not that we sit back, but if by any chance you get a chance to come at us, we suck it up nicely and then hit you on a break and find get a goal. And the speed at which we get to the opposition box is something I've enjoyed seeing. And actually, while debating with somebody on X, he said, "Yeah, but majority of the goals we scored are all from counter attacks." I didn't even respond because what the heck does that mean, really? All right. We don't want to talk about her age, but Philip Smith says she's 35. Happy 35. The most important thing we wanted to do was just to wish her a happy birthday. But Philip enjoyed 35. Yep. We appreciate your dad telling us, and that shows is uh, only again not a lot of people would do such, but to the extent of telling us how old you are. But enjoy your birthday of Louis, and thanks to your dad for letting us know once again. Let's see, what else do we have here? We've read this one. And Bobby, if you want to come in anytime, please feel free. Don't sue me for nothing. Levi Cowell, it's nice to hear that the manager sees me as a leader, but to be honest, I think I've always had leadership qualities in me, and I did captain the side on a few occasions last season. The guy knows that I am really growing as a player and as a person around his teammates. His thing, something I want to say quickly about leaders. Levi Cole becoming a leader. I think he can. Some people did object, given you could argue we've seen that hot-headedness from him. For me, he can draw from that. He can draw some of you can say some of the factors that make him that has led to a lot of people believing that he's hot-headed. He can draw from that and become an excellent leader. He can be vocal, and he you can subdue him. I think it's a good language. What else comes to mind? But I think he will make a good leader. But let's hear from Bobby. Maybe he needs me to bring him on. And while Bobby speaks, I'm going to redirect the show to Tobejo's watch along show, so that once we're done here, you will be redirected to Tobejo's YouTube channel. Even if you're not going to be around it, just drop a like on the video for him. But Bobby, let's hear you. I'm going to keep reading until Bobby is
So I'm
ready to.
trying to
Okay. Yeah.
catch where we are. What's our topic at the moment?
Levi Cowell becoming a leader, and he's saying here. Let me read it out for you. Levi Cowell. Nice to hear that the manager sees him as a leader. But to be honest, I think I've always had leadership qualities in me, and I did captain the side on a few occasions last season. But here's what I'm saying there is that it says some people did object to him becoming the captain because they feel like he's too hot headed. And I'm saying, yeah, there's something to draw from that hot headedness that will help him become an excellent leader. He always fights. He always stands up for his teammates. He doesn't fear squaring up with anybody on the pitch, irrespective of who you are uh, and the size of the occasion. He's always vocal. Maybe he isn't quite there yet because you'd have to lead by example and by your actions, and also being vocal and all the aspect, and being, you can say, the way you carry yourself on and off the pitch. He's not quite there yet, but I think he has leadership qualities, in my opinion. But let's hear you, Bobby.
I think a lot is being made about these sort of leaders at Chelsea in the
Mm,
playing staff without remembering the fact that this team is developing. There are loads of leaders in that team, but they're all developing along with the team. And with time, they'll start to show their qualities. The team is hardly a season old, if that. Last season, I don't count because of the peculiarities that we faced. This season is more or less really the first season, and the characters of the players are beginning to come out. Levi Colwell, yes, he's one of them. Wes Fofana even has some leadership qualities. Certainly Tosin. Not least to mention, Enzo himself, Caicedo sometimes, Cucurella, Jackson even. The whole team has leadership material throughout.
mm.
So, yeah, I mean, I can't argue against that. I think Levi Colwell, yes, he's hot-headed and that needs to be curbed, but that's part of the development in him and the youth in him. And we have to get used to that idea. But can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, we can hear you. We're just listening.
I lost my earpiece. We have to get used to that idea that, or that dropped it. That our team full of leaders are a young, progressing team, and the leaders will then evolve. The players themselves have to get used to the type of leaders they have. The type of leaders have to get used to the team as it's part of the process, coach. It really
Hmm.
is. We sometimes conflate two issues. We take a permanent and established issue and create a standard that doesn't exist yet. We always forget that this team is not there yet. We're not a Liverpool or an Arsenal or indeed a Man City that have a harvest of these players that are in the main already mature and already able to step into the mantle. We have young players who are just beginning their journey in a career of top flight football, and some of them, this is their second season at this level in the Premier League. Some of them, it's even their first. So we have to go along with it and watch them evolve. So I believe Levi is one of them, but of course he's on a learning curve. He has to learn when to be aggressive, when to be quiet, when to show his leadership by his displays on the field. Even Reece James, when Maresca reprimanded him for being, yes, you're a leader off the pitch. Yes, you are wearing the captain's armband, but he wants to hear you a little bit more on the pitch. You have to
Hmm.
be a bit vocal. I remember Cesar Azpilicueta. He evolved into that leadership role due to his
He wasn't the
consistency.
most vocal.
And not at first. There were times, but not particularly. Being vocal on the pitch wasn't always his way at all.
Hmm.
At
Hmm.
all. He wasn't. He you would hear him sometimes, but a lot of the time his leadership was carried out by his obvious discipline, his obvious commitment, and his performances, and people respected that in him. Cesar was somebody that you couldn't help but respect, and it took him years to get that, such that even senior players were all respectful of his commitment. He's always at training on time. He gives 100% in training, 100% on the pitch, never complained coming off the bench, always was a Chelsea player until he became, number one name on the team sheet before becoming a captain. That's what we're looking for. We're not looking for these players. Oh, I'm on the bench. Oh, I better talk about Real Madrid. Oh, everybody want to use all these clubs as Chelsea's dumping ground. Where are you going to go? You're just going to go sit on the bench for them. So it's pathetic. You know, we've got to understand who we are, where we are, how we're building, and relish it. You know, embrace it. We are so busy trying to be this thing that we have long since left behind. We are a new model, new players, new leadership, new system, new rotation. Embrace it. Don't always want to ship everybody over to Real Madrid at the nearest little story that an agent has pumped out there just to strengthen their squad depth. It's sad, you know. We made money from it, but look at Mason Mount. Yeah, I'm glad he went in the end. He went for the bag. He's got the bag. We made money from it. But where is he? Doesn't even play. Hardly. Havertz even comes off the bench sometimes. But nobody talks. Nobody talks about these guys. What's the left back we had? Um, the kid that went back to Newcastle. And his complaint was, "Oh, I want to find a way into the first team." Have you found a way into the first team in Newcastle? Because at the moment, you're coming off the bench, mate, more often than not. So we need to learn to embrace our situation, promote it, appreciate it, and accept it that we are starting from scratch. We tore up the form book, picked a whole load of kids, and opened up an entirely new project that nobody else has done before. We're always the trailblazers, and I can assure you, if we're successful, it will become the norm. Everybody's going to be doing it. Everybody, and they'll forget it all started with Chelsea. I watched a program about Ranieri recently. I'll tell you about it later because it will make me rant even further. But it was so funny that he was the guy that they used to call the Tinker Man because he would rotate his squad. Now, look at rotation is a normal thing. So it always starts with Chelsea. They demonize us for it, but when we're successful, everybody copies us.
Very
Thank you so much,
interesting
Bobby. I think
lineup, sis.
the lineup is out, but I'm gonna catch up with what we have quickly before we get to looking at the manager selection for today. Go ahead, Tabeho, you wanted to say something.
Very
Oh,
interesting lineup by Enzo Maresca. We always want to
okay,
see
don't
this.
give it away. Don't give it away. Quickly, we're gonna catch up what we have in the time, and we get to looking at yep there, and we have Johnny. Here's the link to Johnny's YouTube channel. Go and subscribe. Let's help him grow his friend. Is the friend you could say. And a respected member of the Chelsea Perspective community. And Johnny, by the way, you're right. You don't have to tell us whatever you discuss with JC. That's between you and him. Keep it private. We are on in all honesty, I don't think anybody wants to know. It's your right to keep it private. And yeah, thank you for letting us know that JC did say happy birthday to Louis. We appreciate that. Let's see. Have you seen Justin Kluivert score a hat trick of penalties against Wolves? I didn't watch that game, honestly. Just join the stream. We're doing well. How about you? We do hope you're doing well too. And thank you for finding the time to join us. Coach, are we forgetting the leadership positions? Have their way of humbling the leaders. Yeah, I think that's Okule here also one. I think I agree. That's very correct. It forces them to be even better controlled. Yep. Thank you. I appreciate that. I was asking, what do you think the final score will be? Honestly, I think we'll concede. My belief is that we'll win. Yeah, we scored a lot more than them of late. They've conceded a lot more. We conceded a lot less. Irrespective of whether, yeah, we've struggled against them of late, it doesn't matter. We have a new manager, a new crop of players. You could argue, even if the same players were the ones that played against them last season, they've matured a lot more. So I expect a better performance against Aston Villa. The one thing is certain, Unai Emery, he's a very smart manager. I know in most cases they play with a high line, but yeah, chances are he'd say, you know what, F it. Today we want a result. Just defend it, try and hit them on a break. But we'll see. In essence, what I'm saying is that his leadership qualities can be currently meshed with his sometimes a volatile personality. Yeah, there's something to draw from there. In my opinion, there's something to draw with that volatile personality that makes a good leader. Yeah, because good leaders, you can't force them to do what they want, what they don't want to do. If you get my point there, but I appreciate you. Lewis Hall is a starter, Bobby, and so is Havaz. But I understand. Yeah, I do understand Bobby's point. Yeah. Dios Madeke, hello, Bobby. We suspected that was going to happen, but we'll see. Justin Clivert, yeah, did it. Jorginho by scoring a hat trick. I think I need to watch the highlights. And Charles, nice to see you in that chance. But Tobejo, I'm going to bring up the lineup. You can start talking about it. Let's go there. Let me bring it up in a bit. News hunting comes to an end. There you go. I hope it has updated. This is the same predicted lineup. Maybe it needs to update. Okay, there you go. I think it has
Can't wait till
updated.
we discuss this.
Interesting.
Can't wait till we discuss this.
Interesting. Okay, should I read it out before you speak,
Yeah,
Tovejo?
go for it. Go
Okay.
for it.
Between the sticks, Robert Sanchez, a two centre back, Levi Colwell, and Wesley Fofana, as expected. Marco Correa left back. Wow. I think this is a back three. I'm not sure. The application would, in my opinion, probably most likely will be a back three. Moises Caicedo, right back position. Let's just use the term positioned at the right back position. Enzo Fernandez starts. Romeo Lavia starts. Cole Palmer, 10 left wing. Jadon Sancho, right wing. Pedro Neto. Nicholas Jackson at number 9. On the bench, Philip Jorgensen, Benoit Badiashile, Malo Gusto is on the bench. Tosin Nadarabi Oyo, Christopher Nkunku, Renato Viega, João Felix, Mihailo Mudrik, Noni Madueke. Here's the thing. We've already started again. These days, what we call this is a starting structure. We learn what structure we use at the end of the game, and when we pay attention to the average positioning of each player. But this is interesting. I don't think we're gonna play like this. I don't think Caicedo will operate as a right back, but we'll find out. Bobby, since you want to start, let's get your thoughts. I think Tobeho will give you the honor of speaking first as an OG here. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm pleased. I think he's trying to be solid. Solidity is so important against Villa. Villa have a tenacious midfield. I understand the guy that's coming in for Onana. If Onana is playing at all, I don't know. He was having a late fitness test. But the guy that's coming in is another
No,
physical.
Onana isn't playing. Let me check if he's even on the
Okay,
bench.
so that guy is another physical specimen. They are tenacious. They've got McGinn. They have their form of Enzo, who is um, what's the name of that guy that likes to score sometimes against us?
You
Um,
think Tillisman? He can shoot very
Tilleman.
well from outside
Tilleman,
the
yeah.
box.
Yeah, people say they don't have strength in depth. They do. They've got Barkley on the bench, and they are a good team, and we must be solid against them. And I think he's showing that. He's being very clever. He's had to be solid because our wingers in Sancho and Neto are not particularly good at dropping back, and they're not as physical. So our physicality, which is challenged at least vertically, um, has to be in the midfield as much as possible. I feel at some point that was having this argument with someone, I think maybe even on this stream. I think Renato Vega will step into the midfield maybe later on in the game to give us height, more physicality. I think in terms of our squad, this is probably amongst the best alteration we can make. I'll have a look at Villa's setup, but I think with this setup we can give them problems. Really, we can
So
cause them
let
a
me ask you
lot
this,
of
Bobby.
problems.
Yeah, let me ask you this. Can you talk about the application, what you believe the players will apply themselves? Do you think it will be this structure? I don't think it's going to be this structure. I think most likely a three at the back structure as usual.
Well,
Whatever
not as
happens
usual.
beyond the defensive line, I can't quite tell until I cannot tell on. until the game starts, it's
I
difficult to. Yeah, but go ahead.
I see a back three. I see who have we got? We've got okay, I see Colwill, Fofana on the right, Cucurella on the left. That's how I think he's gonna set that up. Cucurella height wise, a little bit of a weakness, but as I've said, I think Renato Vega at some point will come on. um, the midfield with that will then give us that triangle in with the midfield of Lavia, Caicedo, and Enzo. That makes sense. Then we've got Palmer, we've got Sancho on the left, I believe he'll be, and Neto on the right, and Jackson. I think these attackers will give them problems for sure. We will cause them problems offensively, and I think the aim of this is to get them backpedaling like we did with Leicester. We're playing a little bit of a kind of diamond shape, I think. And okay, I'm trying to find Villa's players. Who have they got?
Their lineup.
Yeah, I'm looking for
Okay,
it.
let me call them out for you. Between the sticks and
Okay.
Martinez, two center backs, Torres and Consa, right back Cash, left back Lucas Dean. Two, I wouldn't call that two sixes, but central midfielders there, Camara and Tillesman, Belgium international. Rogers, you could say left wing, right wing, bit by Philogens by Dash. I can't by this. I can't pronounce his name correctly, and I sincerely do apologize. I'm not deliberately mispronouncing his name. McGee is there. You could call it 10. And then Ollie Watkins, an excellent finisher, a player I admire so much. Probably
Mm.
one of the most underrated number nines in the Premier League. He's can give him half a chance and they turn it into a goal. I like him so much. But Tobeho, that's by the way. Enough
That's
of
a
my
strong
opinion there.
team.
Let's
I
get
think
your opinion
I was
on
saying
the.
that that's a
Go ahead.
strong team. That's a strong team. We've got to be clinical
Yeah,
today.
they are a
Um,
strong team.
we can't waste chances. We need to demoralize them as soon as possible.
Hmm. And John asks, "Who's the referee?" Let me see. The referee. Where is it? Uh, where is it? Where can I find that? This says Stamford Bridge. Stuart Atwell. I don't know him. I don't know him, but I
He's
know him,
Stuart
but probably
Atwell
don't know
isn't.
his name.
He's not somebody that has been favourable to us. Let's put it that way. Stuart Atwell, another one of the corrupt uh, uh, group, as it were.
Mhm.
I don't do a dance when I hear that name. To be honest, he's not as bad as Anthony Taylor or the other geezer. What's his name? Mike Dean, but he's not great. Let's put it that way.
All right, and thank you, Tobeho. Let's hear your thoughts on the lineup. Would you have done anything differently if you were the manager? And given the starting structure and the players in place, uh, I'd like you to also talk about the application. What you think the application would be like?
Yeah, first of all, I'm so happy about this lineup because we all know that Moses Caicedo can play the right back sometimes and also will help in the midfield in terms of inverting. So he already knows the midfielder rule. So he won't take time to adapt, just like Malu Gusto, Rich James, and Marco Corella. So in terms of that, I'm happy. In terms of the structure, I think Moses Caicedo will invade in the midfielder. That's when we see Enzo Fernandez going forward to make sort of a for attacking players behind Nicholas Jackson. So this is the structure that I'm looking at.
So we're saying just something like this
Yes,
with this guy coming in. Let's say this guy will adjust up to maybe one of them. Probably, I think will have a free role, and maybe the two of them will sit. I don't know, but we'll pay attention to the application. So you're saying something similar to this?
correct. I
I think
think
it
this.
makes sense because
Yeah,
this guy can play centrally. This guy also can fulfill the left center back role, and this guy right center back. I think I'd rather see him in the right center back position. He does really really well there. than Central, in my opinion. Yeah, I think this makes more sense. And we've gotten used to calling the 4-2-3-1 structure a starting structure. that's that's because, yeah, what matters is how the players apply themselves. The average positioning at the end of the game tells us, yeah, this is exactly what it is like. I'm in 30 minutes, to be says in 30 minutes, okay, earlier, so we'll still I'll do the redirect. So let's hear your thoughts. If you're in the chat, what do you make of the lineup? And Vic is saying Chelsea starting team scientists for Fana Colwell, all the names that we've already read out there. Sancho with an A, he's getting an assist. I think I'm able to decode that. Tell me if that was what you meant, what you mean there. Coach, would you take a Patrick Dogu at Chelsea, the Danish left back, left wing back, left midfielder who plays for Syria A, Syria R? I think we have one Swiss Army knife in Renato Viega. We still have Cucurella. I don't think we should sign Dogu, but then again, that's my opinion. Um, I don't know. How about you, Tebejo?
He says what? Say again, coach?
Would you like Chelsea to sign Patrick Dogu?
Nah, man. I don't want that.
Yeah. Let's see. Felix over Palmer. I'd say Philip over Sancho. Felix over Sancho, because, yeah, Neto can then go to left wing, Palmer right wing, and Felix, for me, a perfect 10. For me, I think he can fulfill the number 10 role better than any other player we have. All the players we have right now, but that's just my opinion anyway. Chica, say nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. I've told you the name of the ref if you were paying attention, John. Caicedo will play as an inverted right back. I think that makes sense now. Yeah, let's see what else we have here. Madrike not in the starting 11. That's not a good sign for him, which means the manager has had enough. Heston, we did say the same thing about Robert Sanchez. He's going to be the number one until he isn't. And whenever the manager decides, that's it, I'm done with you, yeah, it will be difficult for him to get back into the starting 11 again. I don't know. Bobby, before I go to Dante, I don't like him. I want him to wait a bit. Um, did you talk about the absence of Nani Maduka? I know you like him, how you've preached. I don't know. I don't know if I've heard you preach that the manager should give him more time. I think you always defended him, saying, yeah, those issues that people are complaining about him are things that are common with young players. But in this case, we were telling you at the time that's become a bit too much. And his attitude, yeah, as you did complain that again, he he hasn't read the room, that he should read the room and behave appropriately. Appropriately, I can't pronounce that word correctly. Now it looks like he's paying for it. If you want to talk about that, Bobby, go ahead before we bring in Dante.
Yeah, yeah, I know Dante will be happy with that. He was advocating for him to be benched. Look, I was defending the project. I was giving an understanding as to why Maresca was playing him and wanted to play him into form. However, I do believe he has. Look, he's not dropped. He's still on the bench, isn't he? I mean, he will may play a part later on in the game, but he's that player that has to, every now and then, you have to make him understand he's not that guy yet. He still has a way to go. And this is the time. Sancho's time will come. I think if he gets a yellow card in this game, it would rule him out of the next game against Southampton. So, and he's prone to that. And who knows if that happens, that may be that excuse to make him have to fight for his place back, because he hasn't particularly covered himself in glory. So look, let's wait and see what happens. I haven't got rid um, Noni by any stretch of the imagination. Neither has neither has the coach. He's a developing player in a developing team, and he's been made to understand that he's not yet that finished article that he sometimes wants to think he is. That's good. I have no problem with that at all.
It's part of the
Let's see.
learning process, right?
It is. It is. And, let's see how the others handle it. Sancho, yeah, I like his dribbling. He needs to be better with finishing and he needs to learn the defensive side a bit. So let's see how he gets on. It's good to motivate him. I don't think he will play 90 minutes after having just come back from injury. Yes, he played against whatever that name, I always struggle with the name, the German team, but he's
Heidenheim.
there. Yeah, yeah, he's there to make him understand. Yes, he's very much in Maresca's plans, and let's hope he makes good of the opportunity. If not, he'll find himself being subbed for either Madueke or Mudrik, who himself, I'm sure, he will be itching to play, and I'm sure we'll play. We still have Conference League. We have the tight December schedule of the league games. So it's all good, if you ask me. It's all good. I like the solidity Maresca's going with, and let's see how it works today.
I do agree with you. In December, the games will be coming in thick and fast, which means they all get to play. I think at most every 3 days or so. Yeah, but that's by the way. Why can't I find Tobeho's name here? But one second. Before I go to Dante, let's catch up with a few of what we have here. Casado even played as an inverted right back last year. Was it last year? Let's just say on that deserving. And a big up to you, Ryan Beck, aka Kalito. Nice to see you, Kalito. Madreke meets the bench. It's part of the learning process. He now again he will now understand that position isn't his for keeps, that whenever he gets a chance to play he has to take it and perform very well. Aston Villa 11: Martinez, Cash, Konsa, Pau, Lucas Dean, Philogene, Tillisman, Belgium International, Kamara, McGinn, Rogers, and Watkins, I fear him a lot. Let's hope Enzo Fernandez is not going to get mauled. Morgan and those guys are very physical. I think this Enzo Fernandez, from a physical perspective, I think is misunderstood. He can be physical, but because he's Argentine, in most cases he wouldn't want to battle you. He just draws a foul. But that's, by the way, Dante, a big up to you, Constantine Dante, the captain of the house. Nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. Let's get your opinion on the lineup. And I'm quite sure you've seen what we did on the screen. We tried, the starting structure is 4-2-3-1, but we believe Fofana will be right center back, left center back, Marco Correa. That's probably common sense because he can also fulfill that role effectively. Centrally, Levi Colwell, 2 6s, Lavia and Caicedo, which means Caicedo will invert from fullback to the central area there. And then we have 4 players behind Jackson, Sancho, Enzo Fernandez, Cole Palmer, Pedro Neto, and then Jackson, the what you call that, apex, maybe. I'm not sure what the more correct language to use, but you get the point. Let's hear your opinion on the lineup. Would you have done anything differently, and did you think we get the placement of the players in terms of our belief on how they will apply themselves on the pitch? Do you think that's correct? But let's hear you.
Yeah, big up, coach.
Big up, big up, big up, big up.
Big up, Bobby and Tobago and everyone in the chat as well. Yeah, another little surprise from Maresca. Keeps on surprising us. It makes little tweaks, little changes. Look, it's a good way of putting Caicedo in this squad and having Enzo and Lavia play at the same time. So I don't mind it. It's good.
Dante, he did say he will do that sometimes. I always say when this guy talks, believe him. He said he will do it, just like he said he's going to do both Jackson and Nkunku. He's done a little bit of that, but he's going to do it with time.
Of course he will. Yeah. And again, based on the opposition, how they line up. So he's going by that as well. So yeah, look, I don't mind. It's a very good lineup. I don't mind it at all. Caicedo, we'll see how he does in right back. If he falls back to that, obviously the right back, or is he going to stay more centrally and stay more in the midfield too with Lavia and sit deep and not go anywhere? Basically, we'll wait and see how exactly that unfolds. But
But it's
Yeah,
definitely not
good
going to
way to
be
put it.
Casado right back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It should be because I mean they'll have a free up front, so he'll have to pretty much drop into that right back when we defend because yeah they'll have an extra man if we don't. But yeah, I like it. It's good. Something new again. It's a good way of, like I said, of putting Caicedo in there as well. He's done that before, so he's comfortable doing that role. He's done that for Brighton quite a few times, so he's pretty comfortable doing that one. And he's one of those that can do that running, can run back and go back into position, and that it's not a problem for him. He's got a big tank. He can run pretty much all day, so he'll be fine with that. His speed is a little bit questionable. He's not as quick, Caicedo. Yeah, he can run all day, but he's
And
not
his
really a quick.
acceleration is slow too, right?
Yeah, he's quite slow. He's not a quick player at all, but he reads the play very well, and he goes up to behind his man, and physical. He puts his body on the line, so he makes himself a bit more physical. But yeah, he's not that quick. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But it should be fine. It should be fine. Hopefully, he'll do well there. No problem. Attacking, yeah, it just gives us a really solid base. Obviously, attacking wise, for those five up front to really have freedom and yeah, not worry as much going back. Enzo, obviously, is starting there as well, so he'll be in an advanced position. Probably will drop back, obviously, in between, probably them as well, in defending. But yeah, Sancho's a bit of a surprise to start. A bit of a surprise, Sancho, because he did play, that pretty much the full game on the midweek. So it's a bit of a surprise to give him that, especially how he was out nearly 2.5 weeks, nearly 3 weeks. He was out. So it was a bit of surprise after that Heidenheim game, and now giving him short turnaround, giving him this game as well to start. Did he do really well? He did well. He was one of the better players on the day. Heidenheim, the assists, of course, but a lot of that game he wasn't that effective either. So that is a surprise, him starting. I think just just how Maresca with the fitness and stuff. Yeah, we'll see how he goes. But obviously, seen him in training. They've got him on all the machines and everything. They can see he's good. He's probably good to go. So you know, maybe he's taking a little tiny risk starting him now, but it's fine. I don't mind him. As long as Madueke, like what we said earlier, and Bobby said, as long as Madueke is eating that bench, and hopefully we'll get to see him in the Conference League from now on more. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Neto on the right's gonna provide a lot of problems on that side. That's his preferred side. So yeah, he's going to be very good. That he's got to take that spot and show today as well that it's really his spot. Yeah, Sancho, like I said, he'll probably come off earlier, like Bobby said, probably come off earlier because of what I said. Probably we'll see. I think we'll probably see Mudryk, and then maybe later on we'll probably see Madueke as well later on as well. But yeah, all in all, good lineup. I like it. A little bit more offensive. We'll see how Enzo does in that more advanced role because he's going to push into that 10. We'll see how he does. We know it's not really his best position. He doesn't really get involved in the play that much playing there, but I think you'll see him drop deep quite a bit as well in between those two to get the ball moving. But yeah, look, I'm happy. It doesn't matter. We've got a strong side. Yeah, very happy. So, and looking at the Aston Villa team, yeah, they made a couple of changes like I thought they would because they couldn't play three games in a row, the same players. Some of them are there, like Watkins and Tillemans, and some of those players are still playing. McGinn, never aging McGinn. He's keep going. He plays every game. But yeah, look, it's a great matchup. It's a really good matchup, and I think Maresca's going to exploit that. And yeah, I'm pretty positive about this one.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I wanted to ask you something. Just give me 1 second there. Casado, not necessarily right back. Let's wait. Pay attention to the way he applies himself on the pitch, and the overall average positioning then whether he operated as right back or not. Gusso is on the bench, so nothing can go wrong. I think we're fine. Question for legendary Lord Dante and coach at Tobago and Bobby. Do you think Chelsea can win the 2025 FA Cup? Chelsea have been unlucky at losing finals. At Wembley, we've lost 7 finals. I mean, we're not even close to the finals yet. But if
Exactly.
anybody
We
want to
haven't we
answer
haven't
that
even
one, go ahead.
started the we haven't even
Yeah,
started the journey. I think that's
yeah, we're so
even
far away. This
yeah.
time.
How can we even start now to speculate over? Who knows? It's a cup competition. I'm not sure about that question, to be honest.
And do you think if we get to the final, do you think we're capable of winning it? Maybe that's
Well, yeah, again, depends who you're playing against, what form you're on, what form they're on. Uh, I don't speculate that far ahead, to be honest. I can't see the sense in it. It's not. I don't. I can't. I can't even answer that question. It's
Mhm.
it's it's the issue doesn't arise. Let's put it that way.
Yep. All right. And if you've what we have 28 people on the YouTube, but overall 325 a lot, majority of that on X. If you're following the show on X, do us a favor, drop a like on the video, share the video, and also follow our X account to help us get to 5,000 followers. That way, whenever we go live, you're not going to miss anything. On YouTube, the same thing. If you haven't, take a second, drop a like on the video, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't. We've answered that. What else? Oh, Big Ty, nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. Big up to everyone in the chat. Ty, you know what to do. Filonge is very fast, so Caicedo needs to be on a lot. Wow. Sancho was not ill. Yep. He was not injured. He was ill. Yep. Let's see. For the
He
last
wasn't ill
6 years
for
since
three
Chelsea
weeks
won the
nearly. He wasn't
2018
ill for 3
FA Cup.
weeks. Yeah,
Sorry.
he had a little knock in training when he came back. He had a little knock in training,
Mhm.
from what I read. So that's why he was out the extra week, week and a half, nearly 2 weeks, because of that little knock or whatever they said.
Yeah, and Wicked Barish is saying, I would be delighted if Sancho scored his first Chelsea goal. And if I remember, Dante, it was you and Vic that was saying he definitely was going to start the last game because the manager would want to get him up and running as quickly as possible. I think the wingers will play more of a wing back role. Okay, we'll find out today. Let's keep the topics aligned. Otherwise, I will assume you're having a good conversation with a community member. Rain, big up to you, Rain. Dante, let's talk about Sancho making the lineup and not Felix. I thought Phillips was gonna start today because he didn't play a part during the midweek competition. I thought maybe I think it was Tobias that suggested he was gonna come in as 10 with Palmer moving to right wing and all that. So Sancho comes in, even though we again the belief is that he'd be more effective against teams that defend deep. Um, but that doesn't mean he cannot exploit spaces. He can, but I think he's not. It'd be right to say he's not the quickest. That doesn't mean he'd be ineffective because he doesn't have pace to exploit spaces. I was thinking Felix starts in the 10 role, Palmer moving right wing, and Nato starting on the left. Your thoughts on Felix missing out and Sanchez starting?
Yeah, like I said, it's a bit of a surprise because obviously the last 15 minutes. And he did really, really well last week and he played so well. You think he deserved his spot, to be honest. And Sancho, like I said, being out and, coming in and playing pretty much the whole game as well. So that is a big surprise. That one's, yeah, I think it's a surprise. I thought he might let Felix continue that form and see how he goes. But obviously he's seen something in the matchups and, the tactics that he's not quite comfortable with. So he's gone for Sancho. Um, he's probably going to be asked the question, but he'll just say it's tactical. That's what he'll say. That's what he says about everything. So, and it is tactical. Yeah, because otherwise I don't see it. Otherwise, Felix definitely deserved probably to start this game. Fitness is good. He had a big impact when he came on Heidenheim the last 15 minutes, and also the week before he was one of our best players. So, yeah, you would have think on form and he deserved to play. Yeah, he should be in there, but like I said, Maresca's seen something obviously that he wants to exploit, maybe with Sancho, and yeah, um, that's the only thing I can think of. But yeah, I agree. I would have
I
put
want,
Felix in as well.
I
We
want
had
to add
Felix in as
something
well.
to
Yeah,
that. I really want to add something to that. Part of tactics and the pragmatism of a good coach is you don't always show everything in the beginning. And sometimes it's prudent to let your players come in when the opposition is run a bit ragged. So I would say 100% it's tactical. I mean, you can imagine,
of
for
course, yeah.
example, in the 75th minute, well, the 70th minute, you then have Sancho come off, and then you got to deal with Felix. It's quite deflating, especially if you're a couple of goals down or even a goal down. So the whole mental, physical, strategical way of it, I can see what he's doing there. I really can. It must be a tactical move, and it makes sense to me.
Yeah, definitely a tactical move because otherwise he wouldn't do it. But yeah, just
But
Felix
if you say tactical
preserving
move,
that
in
role
what
because that's
sense, Dante?
basically yeah.
Let's iron that out. If you say tactical, you can say Sancho. You can argue actually that Felix does a lot more defensively than Sancho.
Yeah, way more. Yeah, way more.
So
Exactly.
if you're
Yeah,
saying
but
uh,
Sancho will draw fouls because he's a dribbler. They will foul him. They're very
As
I
well.
physical.
think actually Felix is probably, in terms of dribbling, they're both excellent dribblers, and they Dante.
Yeah, and what you mean by that, Bob, is like speed. So Sancho's got more speed.
Looks
He'll
like
take
Bobby
his
has a
man on more
connection
out
issue, but go
wide. So
ahead.
you want that later on when the opposition's tired, when their right back, left back's tired. So yeah, it's a bit yeah, it depends. But
They're
obviously, we'll
both,
see
you can
in
say,
the
to an
game. He's
extent,
obviously
defensive
been something else.
liabilities. But yeah, if I have to choose, I'd choose Felix over Sancho. If I want a player that can do a lot more defensively, for me, I think Felix does a lot more. Remember, he's from Diego Simone's school of defensive art, in my opinion. So but let's hear you. What was, if you're saying it's a tactical move? In what sense? Let's be more specific there to understand the decision of leaving Felix out and starting Sancho. Because if you're saying it's because maybe Sancho does a lot more defensively, no, that doesn't fly, in my opinion. Um, and I wouldn't say Sancho is a better dribbler than Felix. They both. I can't quite tell how they differ. Maybe I need to pay attention more. But let's hear you, Dante.
Yeah, well, Sancho is a better dribbler at speed. Yeah, so at speed and running out into space out wide, he's a better dribbler. He keeps the ball very close to his feet. So he's got that on Felix. Felix, the ball's close, but he likes to, he slowed down. He slows down. He doesn't go on runs like Sancho does. It's a little bit different. So, yeah, Felix
Felix
looks
is a
more for the
better finisher.
spaces. Yeah, Felix will look more for the spaces, fill in between gaps. Where Sancho, you know what he's going to do. He's going to be more wide. He's going to keep the width and he's going to run out wide and take his man on pretty much every time down the line or cut inside, etc. So there is that difference. But yeah, I agree about the defending. Definitely, Felix. What we've seen so far, he's showing a lot more. And yeah, like I said, Felix probably deserves to be there. He'll probably be very disappointed he's not there. Uh, and when you say when I said tactics, that's what Maresca is going to say because that's what he says all the time. But yeah, the speed and the width of Sanchez, yeah, of Sancho, sorry, that can come in handy later in the game when the opposition right back is, had to deal a lot with Felix and other players that are more technical that can, but it is what it is. It doesn't matter. Definitely Sancho will come off because he's had that game and we will get a change there. Mudrik or Felix, we'll see what happens exactly. But yeah, it doesn't matter. Still a great side. I don't mind. But yeah, just a little bit probably for Felix. He'll probably be a little bit disappointed.
Yeah, and Mr. Jack, I'm not gonna say your name fully. I see what you did there. Yeah, let's rock and roll. But nice to see you. I appreciate you. If today is your first time, feel at home, express yourself. All we ask of you is to keep it civil. But let's see.
I just want
Only
to add
let's see what
something.
else we have here. Okay, go ahead. Who was saying? Who was speaking?
Yeah, yeah, I understand the Felix argument. So, for example, if we play João Felix, we'll be playing as a left winger because if you see the structure, there's no way Marco Corella will play as a left winger, just like, for example, the Leicester City game because of the important role of Levi Colwell playing centrally. For example, if you play Felix, who as a left winger, what kind of a defensive structure would you play, Dante?
Well, no, you wouldn't play him there. You would play him in the Enzo role. You would play Felix in that 10 role where Enzo is.
Oh, now I understand.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it would be it's either Felix or Sancho, not both at the same time. Um, but yeah, I mean, that's
It can
you
be. It can
say
be. It can be Felix as well and Sancho together. It doesn't matter. It can
it can be,
be.
but not. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But this
But
time,
yeah,
I
in
think
that
the
Enzo
question is,
role, yeah,
mhm.
you would have him in that Enzo role because has Felix shown more defensively? Yeah, he's shown a lot more defensively. He can get back. So, and he's much quicker than
And he
Enzo,
can
so he
put
can
in
get back a bit
hard
more.
tackles too.
Yeah, so he can play that role easily and then get back a little bit, fall a little bit in between those two when we out of possession. So I think Felix is suited more than that. We've seen much more from Felix in that 10 that we've seen from Enzo ever playing that 10, to be honest. So yeah, I would have preferred Felix in that 10, not Enzo. But again, we'll have to see application. Enzo could sit a bit deeper in between the two, and it might be a little bit different. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that's what I mean by that. Yeah.
All right, let's see what Charles Shanks what he has to say. Only downside of Sancho is his lack of directness. Does a lot of nothingness. I disagree with his feet, whereas Madika actually beats him beats his man before making a weak Histon. Let me just stop there and give you my response. Sancho is actually one of the most productive dribblers we have at the club. And if you're comparing him to Madueke, he's more of a productive dribbler than Madueke is. Sancho doesn't dribble unnecessarily. If Sancho decides to dribble you, he will delete you off the pitch and also make good use of the ball. He doesn't just dribble for the sake of it. And if he can make good run, he will see you. And he's not selfish. Sancho is almost always looking to create for his teammates. But you can't say the same for Nani Madueke. Nani can get better. He can become more polished and become a much better player. And in fact, I'd go to the extent of saying if Nani can become a little less selfish, you can say you can say more selfless and a little less, and less become a much better player. I don't think, I don't, I disagree with this, you can say, should I call it your comment, Mr. Shanks, right there. I don't know. Dante, you want to add to that?
Yeah, I agree, coach. The only thing that Sancho can take from Nani a little bit is maybe add a bit more shooting to his game. Cut
That's it.
inside
Yeah.
and shoot a bit more. Yes, that he
Yeah.
can add definitely from Nani. But otherwise, no. Sancho can be direct, but he's a much smarter player than Madueke. Way smarter.
Yep.
Yeah,
Makes
he's got
smarter
more.
decisions.
Yeah, more IQ. He'll wait for the defender to make a move, and yeah, then he'll take them. He'll, like you said, he'll burn them pretty quickly. He keeps the ball very close to his feet. With Madueke can dribble with the ball away from his feet, and yeah, hence why he looks more direct because of that, because he's trying more forward, but then that breaks down very easily after that, and he does not create anything. So
Yep. Doesn't
I would take
decide
Sancho
quickly.
all
Yeah.
day over him. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, remember, once this show ends, you'll be redirected to Tobeho's YouTube channel. He will be doing a watch along. And even if you're not going to be there, at least the least you can do is just drop a like to help him trigger the YouTube algorithm to force it to push the stream to more people who'd be interested in a watch party. Yeah, I think YouTube listens to, when you use watch party, YouTube listens to it a lot. I think, sorry, I haven't told you that. And hopefully, Tobeho will redirect you to Ty's post game show. Yeah, for a while, we're not going to do a watch along on just a perspective of post game shows for a while until after the move is complete. Then we'll set it down and start of those things. But right now, yeah, a family member will be doing one, so go support them. Thank you for that. And Jude, my New York bro, Mr. Jude Oladipo Mesole, nice to see you. Good morning, Coach Bobby Dante Ty and everyone in the chat. Nice to see you. You know what to do. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, Santiago Muno, my assistant. Finally, where have you been, bro? I hope you've been good. Hopefully, the case is just that you've been busy. If that's the case, happy for you. Happy birthday, Louis. So that shows you've been listening. Philip Smith, one more person is saying happy birthday to your daughter, Luis, and thank you for letting us know once again. But Santiago Muno, always nice to see you. But Sancho needs to hold onto the ball for less. I think he doesn't dwell on the ball unnecessarily, in my opinion. But maybe, we do see things differently. You could be the one that's right. I could be very wrong. But I don't think he dwells on the ball too much. And that's just my opinion. I think his dribbles are. I think his dribbles are. I think his dribbles over Nani. But perfect one is Neto, who beats his man with speed and passes the ball. Yep, I think I agree. Like that. What's his name? Nani holds onto the ball a little too much. Sancho holds the ball less than dwells onto the ball less than Nani Madueke does, but he doesn't dribble unnecessarily. I'm going to say this again. Probably one of the most productive dribblers we have at the club. But Neto, I say again, I already said that Sancho is almost always looking to find his teammate, create a chance. Pedro is also more into that than Sancho, in my opinion. But Pedro more effective when there's space for him to exploit. I think they differ, but you can say they somehow complement each other, and I'm glad we have them in our squad. Let's see, Sancho doesn't have those long range outside the box shots unlocked. He doesn't, but he makes good run, 1-2 runs, and if you understand him, he will give you the ball, make a good run inside the box, and if you can find him, he can score nice goals. For him, it's not about power in most cases. It's about finesse and placement. But in terms of being on the same wavelength with his teammates, they're not quite there yet. They're not. But I think we'll get there. Sancho doesn't have those long range outside the box shots unlocked. I don't expect him to score 10 goals, but I expect him to create a lot. Anybody else there want to add to the conversation so far? Bobby, anything else you want us to talk about? While we wait for
I'll go.
Bobby,
Yeah, not at the moment.
okay. Please go check. Will anyone be the channel's hero? Yep. Go check out Ty's. He shared the link to the show. I think. Ty, you have to say, is that just the link to your YouTube channel? Which one is that? Go check it out. Just click through it. Whatever it is you see there, drop a like on it. Ty didn't say which one it is. Were you saying something, Dante?
Yeah, so one little problem that we do have is putting that ball really early, basically first time when they beat a man, they beat a man and put it the ball
Just
first
like
time
Pedro
across.
does.
Yeah, it doesn't happen often, and that is something that Jackson needs to improve a lot because he doesn't get into those positions. So he's too far back. He's not in any position for the wingers to catch the defense out for them to get a first time ball in. That's because he drops most of the time deep to link up, and then it's hard for him to get there to sprint back and get in that position. So that's why you see a lot of the time Sancho, Neto, even Madueke, a lot of the times they have to cut back and go again, basically, because there's no one there to put the ball first time. And when there is, Madueke never sees it because he just doesn't do it. Neto does. He sees it every time pretty much, and so does Sancho. They play a lot with their head up. So like I said, the ball control's a bit better, close to his feet. So their heads are always up. Madueke's head's more down. He's going to go wide more often than not. But yeah, Jackson needs to improve that, add that to his game, because those are, those poaching instincts that you just got to get into that space. And we know he's a hard worker. He can do it. But yeah, he works so hard dropping deep to link up play. It's very hard for him then to sprint back and be in that position for a first-time cross from the wingers. So we are lacking that a little bit, and I think we've missed out on a lot of goals because of that. There's been so many times I've watched that, and I'm like, oh my God, how don't we have no one in the box? I mean, if Jackson does do that, and then, it's hard for him, that's what I want to see, like, whoever there, Felix, Enzo, Palmer, one of those two to be sprinting in the box when a winger gets the ball out wide one-on-one to create that quick one-time pass. That I haven't seen yet. So I'm still waiting for that. We haven't scored doing that at all. So, and I think we're missing a lot of goals because we're not doing that.
Your prediction? I know Bobby don't do predictions, but Dante, your predictions. Your prediction.
I'm gonna go for a 2-1 Chelsea. Yeah.
So we're definitely conceding. I think I believe so too. But that's, by the way, people. Thank you to all of you for finding the time to be part of the conversation. The conversation this particular morning. Mabas, my Iraqi bro, I appreciate you. Charles, aka Shanks, thank you for finding the time to join us. Ty, I appreciate you. Santiago Munoz, thank you for stopping by to say hello. We appreciate that. And Jude Oladipo Mesole, thank you to all of you. And Mr. Rain, thank you. And if I miss your name, Vic also, my bro, was here. And if I miss your name, apologies. I'm only human. See you guys next time. God bless us all. And cheers.
Take care, guys. Bye.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, In the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh, in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh, and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change.